Very much, Byron. I'm just going to say a few words about John Patch, so that you won't have to read the panel. You can admire it. And by the way, I'd like to thank Greg Doucette, who designed this panel, and all the people who worked on it. Well, first of all, it's, as you know, it's a panel to the memory, I guess, of John Patch. And John Patch, as people here in Yarmouth claim, was the inventor of the screw propeller. Now, there were a lot of people working on it at the same time, but we have a pretty good idea that he was in the forefront. However, he didn't get to benefit from this. He worked on the propeller in Kelly's Cove in 1832 and 33, and then by 1834 he puttered around with it to such an extent that he convinced Captain Robert Kelly to take Kelly's vessel, the Royal George, 25 tons, over to St. John, and the Royal George came cruising into the harbor with no wind. It was a major spectacle, and everyone was amazed. Kelly said, well, you've got to get this patented, and John Patch was not very good at getting around to things, and so he did try to get to Washington, but in 1834, on his way to Washington, there are three stories. One, that he was on the way to the patent office, where he met two fortune seekers who bought the rights to the propeller for a bottle of liquor and a barrel of flour. He never got the flour. Also, when he did get there, apparently, he was discouraged from doing this because it was such a silly idea that he didn't bother following it through. And the other theory is that he was talked out of it by a swindling patent office lawyer who later sold it to a British peer. But at any rate, by 1837, the screw propeller was installed in the British steamer Archimedes, interesting name, the Archimedes screw, and by 1840, the Royal Navy was fitting the propeller in its fleet. Okay, Byron, I think you and I can unveil this, please.
Okay. Make sure
Great
when you
pleasure
do,
that we unveil this
I
panel to John Patch.
Very nice.